Conflict and learning not to be afraid. A leadership story. Welcome to today's podcast. Let's talk about something that many of us dread: conflict. No one has ever accused me of being a conflict management guru. Let me be honest, I don't like conflict. I don't like raised voices or emotional outbursts. I don't like being involved in it. And I definitely don't like managing it. If I had my way, I'd just ignore it, pretend it didn't exist. But let's be real, ignoring conflict doesn't make it go away. Here's the thing. Conflict often feels like an emotional bomb threat. It overshadows our ability to respond wisely. But if handled well, it can become an opportunity for growth, for understanding, and even for building trust. Let me share a story with you. A story that changed how I view conflict. The day conflict taught me a lesson. Years ago, I was sitting in my office, busy with my to-do list, when someone rushed by. They stopped, looked at me, and said, "Aren't you going outside?" I was confused. "Why?" I asked. Their response? "You don't know what's going on?" Yikes! You need to get out there. Already I felt the anxiety creeping in. Whatever was happening, it was not good. When I stepped outside, I found chaos. The police were there. A crowd had gathered. A mental health crisis was unfolding. The officer on the scene was frustrated. The mental health crisis team hadn't arrived. The person in question was pacing, agitated, but not actively destructive. The officer was done waiting. He announced he was going to cuff him, take him downtown, and if needed, use a taser. This was the moment all eyes turned to me. I could feel the weight of expectation. My inner dialogue was a mess. Damn it. I hate this. Why me? Why now? Okay, Donna. Get it together. It's not your happy place. But it is your job. Stepping into the conflict, I introduced myself to the officer. "Thanks for coming. This is unusual. The crisis team should be here soon. Let me check on their ETA." He wasn't having it. His response? "I don't have all day. I know how to handle these situations. If he acts aggressive, I'll tase him." I felt frustrated and intimidated. But I knew I had to stay calm. "Officer," I said, "if you take him downtown, they won't process him. He needs professional evaluation. If you transport him, you'll end up taking him to the ER anyway. Can we wait just a bit longer?" My calm reasoning didn't work. He doubled down. I needed a new approach. Finding a way through. In a moment of desperation, I tried something I rarely use. Humor. I stepped closer, lowered my voice, and said, "Look, I really need your help, but let's agree. Today my dog is bigger." He paused, looked at me, and laughed. "Fine. We'll wait a few more minutes, but if the crisis team doesn't show soon, I'm taking him." And that's exactly what happened. What I learned about conflict that day taught me two things. First, conflict is rarely as scary as we imagine it to be. I learned that by stepping into my own fear and discomfort. The worst thing I had imagined didn't happen. Second, it's good to have strategies. Ready to use. Conflict is emotional. It requires patience, calmness, and deliberate action. Practical conflict management strategies. Here are some techniques I found helpful. Stay calm. No matter how intense the conflict, your calmness will set the tone. Listen. Really listen. To understand, not to respond. Show respect. Even if you disagree, respect goes a long way. Be patient. Sometimes time is the only solution. Use humor. When appropriate, it can diffuse tension. Know when to let go. If the stakes are low, it's okay to agree to disagree. Stand firm. When the stakes are high, perseverance is key. Final thoughts. Conflict doesn't have to be scary. It can be a chance to learn, to grow, and to lead with courage. Remember, leadership isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about facing it with wisdom, with patience, and sometimes with a little humor. If you found this story helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more episodes on leadership and growth. Until next time, face your challenges head on.